are 10,000 undergraduate students at George Washington University, and 68% of these students live on campus, about 6,800 students. We know that the average person generates between 200 and 250 pounds of edible food waste per year. Giving students the benefit of the doubt, let's say they only waste about 200 pounds. That is still 1,200,000 pounds of food lost every single year. Okay, let's take a step back for a moment.
For our project, we wanted to focus on food waste because there are many different consequences from edible food entering landfills. The first is hunger, as that food could be given to people in need. The hidden costs of avoidable food loss are another issue, as money, water, fertilizer, and pesticides go into the production of the crops. Lastly, food waste in landfills has a significant impact on greenhouse gas emissions. By addressing food waste, we hope to create awareness and start making sustainable changes on campus.
We wanted to see what was already happening on the GW campus and how we as students could get involved. So we decided to contact the local chapter of the Food Recovery Network.
My name is Najaf. I'm a second-year med student here at GW. I started the Food Recovery Network chapter of GW when I came here after doing my undergrad at University of Maryland. And I realized with working with FRN at Maryland that there's just a lot of food that gets left over that just goes into the trash can. It's actually the #1 source of waste in America is just food. And if you think about how many problems we have with we can't even feed all the people who are within our city of DC, this just seemed like a perfect opportunity to take food that's left over that normally would be thrown away and then take it to a homeless shelter to people who really need it. And so that's why we sort of started it here. So since starting in 2011, the National Food Recovery Network has donated over 300,000 pounds of food. So that's 300,000 pounds of food that would have ended up in landfills, that would have just crowded space, that people could have eaten. Only at a few universities in America is Food Recovery Network actually operating. So think about how much extra food we could get to if everybody did their part and donated.
After talking to Najaf, we realized that there were other places on campus where food was being wasted, and we reached out to leadership in several different schools on campus. An enthusiastic response came from the Milken Institute School of Public Health. We met with Senior Associate Dean Dr. Joseph Room and Associate Dean for Public Health Practice Dr. Pierre Vigilance. Together with a team of staff, including Eric Church from the Communication Office, we came up with a plan to implement food recovery at events held by the School of Public Health.
The Milken Institute School of Public Health hosts a variety of events, including academic symposia, presentations of exciting research that our great faculty put on, as well as partnering with several NGOs, public health organizations, and again, all focused and surrounded with the theme and idea of building better worlds, communities, etc. Oftentimes with our events we have a lot of food left over. It can be anything from sandwiches, salads. Again, we try our best to go with healthy, sustainable options, and we encourage all of our partners that we work with to put on our events to do so as well. But even taking those steps, we still oftentimes end up with excess food that's left over. We're excited about the potential partnership with the Food Recovery Network in order to reduce the waste from our events, and we're looking forward to the future.
We decided in the meeting the first step should be to create an option for events and venues registration that alerts the FRN that there may be potential for a recovery of leftover food. This will increase the amount of food the FRN will be able to recover, extending their impact and feeding more hungry people in the DC community, while creating a more sustainable and responsible GW.